After everything your person has gone through, the emotional turmoil, the inner battles, and the painful lessons, they are finally beginning to shift their perception. This journey has not been easy for them. They have been confronted with aspects of themselves that they had long buried or denied, and it has forced them to take a hard, honest look at who they are and who they want to be. The illusions they once clung to no longer serve them, and they are starting to let go of the limiting beliefs that kept them stuck in cycles of fear, pride, and self-sabotage. This stage of their growth has been marked by deep purging. Old wounds are resurfacing, emotional baggage is being cleared, and their soul is crying out for healing. Though this process can feel overwhelming, even painful at times, it is necessary. They are shedding the layers of false identity, the conditioning, the fear-based thinking, and the emotional armor that once kept them from experiencing authentic love. And while this purging may seem chaotic from the outside, it is actually helping to clear a path forward. It's making space for more light, more clarity, and ultimately, a stronger connection between the two of you. This phase is also waking them up to the truth of your connection. They are starting to see things more clearly now. They recognize how their past actions, words, or silence may have hurt you. They understand that avoiding their feelings or pushing you away was only a reflection of their inner turmoil, not a lack of love. They've begun to see how their ego, driven by fear of vulnerability and the need to protect themselves, created distance and tension between you both. That same ego once convinced them that suppressing their emotions or walking away was the easier route. But now, they are feeling the weight of those choices. They are coming to terms with the consequences, and it is humbling them. Sleep has become elusive. Their nights are filled with restless thoughts, rethinking conversations, replaying moments, and envisioning ways to make things right. They are strategizing not from a place of manipulation, but from a sincere desire to reconnect, to heal, and to rebuild. This time around, they don't want ego to stand in the way. They're not letting fear dictate their next steps. Instead, they're slowly learning to lead with their heart. What they feel for you goes far beyond surface-level attraction. To them, you are their safe place, the one soul in this world where they feel they can be raw, vulnerable, and entirely themselves. With you, there's no need for masks or pretense. Your energy feels like home, like a place of comfort they've been searching for their whole life. And now that they've recognized this, they don't want to run anymore. They no longer wish to delay what their heart already knows. Every time they try to resist, they're met with more pain, more emotional resistance, and an increasing realization that denying the connection only deepens their suffering. They're beginning to understand that healing and union require courage. It's not about perfection, it's about truth, vulnerability, and mutual effort. Your person is stepping into that awareness. They are learning that running from love doesn't protect them, it only distances them from the very thing their soul craves. The resistance they once held on to is starting to dissolve, because they now see it as the root of both your suffering and theirs. This awakening is not happening all at once, but it is happening. Each day, they are coming more into alignment with who they truly are. The universe is guiding them, nudging them toward authenticity, and gently reminding them of the depth and purpose of your bond. And as they grow in understanding, they are also growing in readiness, to return, to speak their truth, to offer a version of themselves that is no longer ruled by fear but guided by love. So while this journey has tested both of you in ways you never imagined, know that it has not been in vain. Every sleepless night, every tear, every moment of silence, it all served a higher purpose. It brought your person to this point of transformation. They are realizing that love, real love, is worth fighting for. And now, they're preparing to do just that, not out of desperation, but out of clarity and inner knowing. They may not have all the answers yet, and their path back to you may still have twists and turns. But their heart is awakening. They are no longer content with running or hiding. They want to come forward not just as someone who loves you, but as someone who's ready to show up with truth, accountability, and open-hearted presence. In their eyes, you are the one place where they can be free. And they're beginning to see that home isn't a place, it's a person. It's you. In order to create a new beginning in our connection, I know I must first be honest, with you and with myself. I want to end this endless cycle of self-sabotage and the outside influences that have, for far too long, interfered with what we were trying to build. I've had time to reflect, to sit with my feelings, and the one truth that keeps echoing in my heart is that the love I feel for you has never stopped growing. Even during moments when I tried to bury it, ignore it, or convince myself that I had moved on, it was always there, constant and real. I can't lie anymore, not to myself and certainly not to you. The love I have for you lives deep within me, and denying it only brought more confusion and pain. Every day, I feel it growing, even when I pretend otherwise. You have always had a special place in my heart, and trying to push that aside only made the emptiness more apparent. The pain of letting you go is something I carry with me every single day. It's not just a passing ache, it's a deep, aching void that reminds me of what I lost, of what I pushed away, and of how much it truly meant to me. Most days, I try to throw myself into work or distract myself with meaningless tasks, but no matter what I do, my thoughts always return to you. I find myself daydreaming about you, about us, about what could have been if things had gone differently. Even in the quietest moments, your presence finds its way back into my heart and mind. I miss everything about you, but what I miss most is your tender affection, the way you cared for me so genuinely and wholeheartedly. You had this beautiful, mothering warmth about you that made me feel safe, seen, and loved in ways I'd never experienced before. I won't pretend I was perfect. I know I've made mistakes, many of them. I allowed fears, bad habits, and destructive patterns to come between us. I pushed away the one person who loved me with a full and open heart. But I want you to know that I'm not the same person I was before. I've been working hard to leave those parts of me behind. I'm choosing to grow, to heal, and to become someone worthy of the kind of love you so freely gave me. My heart is bursting right now, overflowing with emotions that are hard to put into words. There's love, of course, but there's also regret, longing, hope, and an overwhelming desire to do things differently this time. You changed my life in ways I never expected. Meeting you wasn't just an event, it was a turning point, a moment that shifted everything inside me. You brought light into places I didn't even realize were dark. You showed me what true connection feels like, what it means to be loved without condition, and how powerful love can be when it's nurtured with care and honesty. There's an emptiness in my life without you. No matter what I try to fill it with, nothing seems to fit. It's like you left a piece of yourself behind, and that part of me keeps reaching for you, hoping for another chance to make things right. I'm not asking for things to go back to exactly how they were. We've both changed, and that's a good thing. Growth is necessary. But I am asking for the opportunity to rebuild, to reconnect, and to explore what this new version of us could be, free from past mistakes, with lessons learned and hearts wide open. Thank you for ever loving me. Thank you for the way you cared, the way you gave your time, your energy, your heart. Thank you for stepping into my life and showing me something I didn't know I was missing. Even if we don't find our way back to one another, I will always be grateful for the impact you had on me. But if there's even a chance, no matter how small, that we could write a new chapter together, I'm here. Ready. Willing. Open. This is not just an apology or a plea. It's a promise to honor what we had, to take responsibility for what went wrong, and to hold space for what could still be. I know it will take time, trust, and effort, but I believe in us. I believe in the power of love, real love, to transform, to heal, and to rebuild. You possess a rare blend of maturity, independence, and emotional stability, qualities that don't just stand out, but deeply ground those around you. Your partner admires these traits in you more than they can often express. It's not just about how composed or self-reliant you appear, it's about the calm presence you bring into their life. You've become their anchor in a world that often feels chaotic. Your ability to handle emotions with grace, think clearly even in difficult moments, and carry yourself with quiet strength has left a lasting impression on them. In many ways, you've been a role model, someone they look up to and feel inspired by. Yet, as much as they admire you, there's a part of them that occasionally wonders whether they are enough for you. They sometimes question if they measure up to the high standards they believe you hold. It's not that you've made them feel inadequate, quite the opposite, in fact. It's more that your unwavering nature shines so brightly, it causes them to reflect inward. They feel challenged, in a good way, to grow and become a better version of themselves, not out of obligation but because they want to match the love and energy you bring into the relationship. Your partner genuinely wants to be there for you, just as you've consistently been there for them. They've felt your love not just in the big gestures but in the quiet, consistent support you've offered, listening when they needed to talk, comforting them without needing to be asked, and loving them through both their light and dark moments. Now, they're realizing how much they want to give back to you in the same way. They're no longer just grateful, they're devoted. They want to be your safe space, your sounding board, your biggest supporter, just as you have been for them all along. This relationship means a great deal to them. They don't see it as something casual or temporary, it feels sacred. They feel incredibly lucky to have found someone like you in this lifetime. With you, it's not just about romantic love, it's about connection, belonging, and a sense of family. There's a warmth and security in the way you love that feels so natural, so effortless, that they find themselves relaxing into your presence like it's home. You've given them a kind of love that's rare, gentle but powerful, steady but alive. That's why your recent silence has been affecting them more than you might know. When you're not speaking or when there's distance between you, they feel the void deeply. They miss the comfort of your voice, the lightness of your laughter, and the calm reassurance that your presence always seemed to bring. They miss your friendship, because at the core of your relationship, beyond romance, there was always that solid foundation of companionship. You were someone they could talk to about anything, someone who understood them even when they didn't know how to express what they were feeling. Right now, your absence, whether physical, emotional, or both, has left them feeling a little lost. It's not that they expect you to always be there or that they take your presence for granted. But they truly miss you, the real you. They long for your nurturing energy, your kind words, and even the way you challenged them to be more honest with themselves. You brought balance into their life, and without your energy around, things feel a bit off-kilter. They want you to know that you still mean the world to them. You always have. And even though they may not always say it the right way or at the right time, they've been trying to communicate this to you in the only ways they know how. Sometimes it's in the little things, a message sent without reason, a memory shared, a small gesture of love. Other times, it's in those quiet moments when they think of you and hope that somehow you feel it too. There have even been times when they've tried to reach you through telepathic thoughts, sending love and gratitude your way, hoping that on some level, you'd sense it. Their love for you hasn't faded, it's only grown. Every moment apart has made them realize just how special this connection is. They don't just love you, they cherish you. And now, more than ever, they want to show you that they are ready to meet you with the same depth, the same intensity, and the same sincerity with which you've always shown up for them. In their heart, there's still hope. Hope that the bond you share can be nurtured again, that the silence can give way to conversation, and that love, true, mutual, and enduring, can continue to grow between you.